Humanity, the power of a proper human diet. I got this weird camera thing that's supposed to follow me around. I am making myself some lunch. I've got some Costco New York strip boneless steaks. I'm gonna smoke them on the smoker, and then over here I'm gonna sear them. That's my favorite way to eat carnivore. Ribeyes are actually my favorite. These are my second favorite. So I'm gonna put these on the grill, and then I gotta chop up some firewood. The sun is out, it's a nice day, so I figured I'd do a live stream. If you guys have any questions, maybe I'll try to answer the questions. We'll have to see. It's kind of hard on this while I'm cooking, but this is my Yoder smoker. I love this thing. I got these choice New York strip steaks. Normally, I get ribeyes, but I like to switch it up every now and then, and these have some nice fat on them. And these are thick. See that? Nice fat on the side there. I don't know, I figured if anyone's bored, I got the camera, doing my same thing over and over again, making up some lunch. Oh, I gotta put this in. This is the temperature probe. These things are great. This is Bluetooth. This is built into my Yoder smoker here. I wanna pick the thickest one and try to get it right in the middle, and then get it in the middle of the middle. I'm gonna cook this to 110. And once it's at 110, I will be done. And then I'm gonna sear it. Hopefully. Hopefully. I may do plan B and sear it in the house. So if anyone has any questions, let me see if I can take questions on here. This thing. Hey, it's Christy, Meeting Wellness. I have this thing on here and I don't know how to use it. Let's see, go like this. There we go, stop. I'll be right back in 1 second. Still there? All right. So this thing is going and it's going to take a little while. I don't know if this is going to work or not. This is probably a dumb idea. I'm going to try to carry this with me. Let's see. Maybe it'll work. Hopefully my internet connection will keep going. It's a beautiful sunny day out. Those are going to take a while to get going. Someone's saying it's 7:30 here in the UK. Just had a ribeye for dinner. That's awesome. I've got 4 strip steaks going. I just did a video with my good friend Adam from Carnivore today. And now I'm heading back by the woodshed area. I got a new axe I want to test out. I got to cut up some firewood. One of my favorite things on carnivore, well, just in general, in winter in Wisconsin, is a hot stove. Wood stove. Let me see. I'll put this right here. I'll be right back. I gotta grab my axe quick. There we go. I got this new axe. Saw it at the store. Had to pick something up new. This is my gym membership right here. So hopefully, I don't know if you guys are going to find this video entertaining or not. I'm going to cut up some firewood. Hopefully I don't injure myself. Hey, follow you from Germany. I've been carnivore for 2 months now. I never felt better before. My IBS is gone. POTS syndrome is gone. That's awesome. Congratulations. Let me see if I can get a good camera angle here. Maybe. Maybe. I have to go back a little bit here. Clean up my mess. There we go. Maybe right there. We'll try that. I'm still new to this whole firewood thing, so feel free to make fun of me in the comments. I really don't know what I'm doing. We had a hydraulic wood splitter before. This is ash wood. This is my new axe. This is the first time I'm cutting with this axe, so. Ho, 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 success. Oh, that thing is sharp, went right through. We have our Amish cook stove we've been using in the house. And there's nothing like wood heat. So if you guys are just jumping on right now, this is my day. I just did a video with Adam from Carnivore today. I got a video with JT later. I'm working on the Healing Humanity documentary today. Culling down the footage we have with Dr. Hampton. But right now I'm making lunch. I got some strip steaks smoking. I've got applewood smoke, and I'm cutting some firewood, and I'm getting some sunshine. Oh, I like this axe. It's almost too sharp. We're running low on firewood in the house. Ooh, that's a weird angle. Let's see. Oh. We're failing. We're failing. This thing is too sharp. There we go. We'll try another piece. We, Emma and I, we made up carnivore dog food for our dogs. Jen's here. Hi, Jen. I'm on a live stream right now. Hi. Jen just got back from the store. We made carnivore dog food for our dogs. Emma and I did. And she's launching that video on her channel, I think at 4 o'clock today. Emma the Carnivore. Do you have it for sale? Sorry, I don't know what you're asking. What do I have for sale? Firewood? No. See if this thing follows me. This camera's supposed to kind of follow me. It seems like it's working a little bit. Oh, almost. Try it from this side. This thing's almost too sharp. I need a better platform here. Come on. Kind of. Oh. That thing is really sharp. Let's see what comments we have here. If you guys have any questions, feel free. I think I missed quite a few. There we go. Oh, you subbed to Emma. That's awesome. She's going to like that. I'm at work and making me want to go home and cook some ribeyes. I use a tire to keep, I know what you're saying, the tire and the thing. That's a good idea. You put a tire in the middle and then start hitting them. I am totally rookie level when it comes to firewood. I mean, I've gone through a ton of firewood, but normally we use our log splitter. Need a slightly dull axe so that it doesn't do that. You know, I think you're right, PA Beater. This is my new axe. I just got it, and it's very sharp. This is my former axe. Actually, I saw this one in the store, and I wanted to get a new one, but this was my other axe, which is, I think it's almost a little too dull, though. I need something in between this and that one. I got another one so the girls can help. Good exercise, right? Just be careful. Should have a med kit close by when cutting wood. Axe injuries can be very bad. That is true. I'm usually very safe with my chainsaw. I have all the gear, but such strength without carbs. Yes. You should have seen me. The last time I cut firewood out here was on day 7 of my 8-day fast. And yeah, it's just fine. Let's see if this thing will work. Jen, I'm making steaks. Okay? Not a big surprise for her. 8-pound maul is what you need. Hey, Temple, Texas. This thing's kind of annoying. That's the new burning barrel Jen got, I guess. It's winter here in Wisconsin. We got a little bit of snow on the ground. But the sun is out today, so I'm trying to stay outside as much as I can, get some vitamin D. You can see the snow right there a little bit. When we were on vacation, my cousin came over and he used our plow truck. I was able to plow for us. So I'm going back and checking on my steaks. It's a little early, but oh, I can smell them right now and they smell great. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I don't know. Figure this would be, set the camera up, why not? All right, this thing is getting a little off base here. Loving it, chopping at the same time, keep warm here in the UK. That was my plan with the chopping. All right, we're at 191, this thing is going. I got that axe. Emma wanted to get a gym membership, so instead I bought her an axe. We have so much firewood around here, it's like good exercise to chop up the firewood versus going to a gym. It always just seems ridiculous to me going to a gym when we have all this work we can do here that needs to be done anyway. Oh, that's warm. For those of you new to my channel, this is my deal. This is my thing. I like to reverse sear my steaks. I cook them on low and slow on here. So this Yoder smoker is full of pellets. See, we got these pellets in here. These pellets, I have cherry pellets and I just mix some apple in there because that's all they had at the store. Normally I do cherry pellets. This is at 200 degrees. I get it to 210, the box, and then I have a thermometer in the meat. I get the meat to 110 Fahrenheit. Once it hits 110 Fahrenheit, I take the meat off of there and I put it on this. This is a little ceramic egg cooker. This is from London Sunshine. It's called a Komodo grill. I have this one that I put my trash in so it doesn't fly away. Here, I'll put this over here quick. So I have this little one down here too. I don't know if the camera's going to show. Here we go. This is the bigger one. This is the new one. You could cook a whole turkey in this thing, and then this is the smaller one. I really like this one because you just put a little bit, my hands are staying warm here. You put a little bit of charcoal in here, and this thing gets incredibly hot. I've gotten it up to almost 700 degrees. So a nice searing temperature. So the steaks get to 110, they look kind of gray and gross, and then you put them on here and they just sizzle. And for me, it's some of the best steak you can ever eat, reverse seared. Now it's good either doing it on this and then that to sear it, or on this and then the cast iron skillet in the house with some Wagyu beef tallow. That's my favorite. The only problem in the house is you get a bunch of smoke and then the whole house smells and everything like that. So sometimes I just prefer to do it out here. There's this thing, I got this little gimbal. You see it follows me? It's kind of cool. It tries to follow my face, but I don't know why it doesn't go up high enough. Higher? No, I don't know. If I go like this, it stops following me. Let Emma know about BeFit and BeFit in 90 Days YouTube channel, the professional workouts she can buy weights at Walmart for a fair price. Yeah, I'll let her know. We got a lot of stuff around here she can do for exercise. Firewood's heavy. Do you consider bringing more products to your diet like Carnivore Diet? I do not. I get everything I need on the Carnivore Diet. I don't need anything else. I haven't considered that. I know some people are different and some people think I'm completely insane, but I got to a point on Carnivore where I am no longer eating for entertainment or for pleasure. I'm eating just to feed myself. And I get all of the nutrients I need from meat. I want for nothing more. And if I were to mix some other stuff in Carnivore, like what would that be? Maybe I'd have some blueberries on the weekend, or maybe I'd add some broccoli or something in. In my brain, I don't have a carb dial. Dr. Berry has talked about a carb dial. Some people can handle some carbs and a little bit here. I cannot handle any carbs. I do not have a carb dial like Dr. Berry talks about. I have a carb switch, off or on. And if my carb switch is on and I get one little carb, I will go nuts. So I don't have any desire for carbs anymore. In fact, I will tell you this right now. For the rest of my life, I will never have a fruit or a vegetable or anything else to drink my entire life but water. And I don't want for anything else. For 274 days now, the only thing I drank is water, and that's all I will have. So, but I'm not judging anyone. Sometimes I sound like a jerk, and people are like, oh, Mr. Fancy, whatever. I did keto on and off for years, and I used to cheat, and I would have little berries here or there, and every single time I'd fall off the wagon, and then I'd be eating more and more, and I'd say, oh, I ruined my diet. I'll start it on Monday, or I'll start it at the end of the month, or I'll start it at the end of the year. So I've fallen off the wagon many times on keto, but never in 274 days on carnivore, and I don't intend to. Do you take any supplements or electrolytes? I do. I take keto chow drops. I did that a lot when I started carnivore, and I do it now, like if I'm exercising or if I'm outside a lot. I also take magnesium before bed. Now, some people will say, if carnivore is the perfect diet, why do you need electrolytes? Because carnivore is the perfect diet because it's the natural foods humans have eaten since the start of time. But back in the day, we used to, as Dr. Berry says, drink puddle water. And back in the day, there used to be more nutrients in the total environment in the total world. A big problem right now is we keep taking stuff out of the ground. Plants for processed foods, for example, but we're not putting stuff back into the ground. Poop from cows, for example. And there's a lot of deficiencies. Magnesium, I saw some study, Dr. Berry did a video, like 60-70% of people are deficient in magnesium. Magnesium is a game changer for a lot of people. It really helped me with my sleep. I sleep so great when I take some magnesium. So I do take supplements. I believe carnivore is a proper human diet. I believe we wouldn't need to supplement if we weren't kind of destroying the natural flow of things and pulling stuff out of the ground and not putting it back in. Vitamin D too is another good one. Sunshine's better. I drink some bone beef broth. Yeah, that is some good stuff. Bone broth is amazing. I got only magnesium supplements at home. I realize that I have a carb switch. I must abstain from carbs completely. You sound like me. This time of year is very difficult. Question, how do you plan on getting through Christmas? Easy. This is how. Boom, steaks. I'm going to eat steaks. I don't care. I'm going to be nice to family and friends that come over and visit. I'm going to offer them some steak if they want it, but I'm going to just eat steak. And if they want to talk about it and they have questions, I'll be happy to answer it. But I am not going to ruin my diet or, I don't have any temptation for any of that food. Everyone has their own reasons. I was horribly depressed for 10 years, clinical depression. It almost cost me my life. It completely ruined my life. What was it? carbs, processed foods, sugar. I was on every antidepressant, and it wasn't until I found Carnivore Diet that I cured all of that. So the thought of eating a cookie or some pie or some Christmas treat is not appealing to me at all whatsoever. So, do I eat a lot of eggs? Oh, I do. I eat an incredible amount of eggs. We have our own chickens. Good question. Here, let me show you. You can see them right there. I would take you guys over there. However, I don't know if my internet will reach that far. There's my other little grilling station, but that's my chicken coop. I built that myself right when we first got the homestead. You might be able to see some of the chickens running around right there, but we do. I eat a ton of chicken. I eat a ton of eggs, I should say. I don't eat a ton of chicken. See the chickens running around right there? Sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera, look at the chickens, and read the comments at the same time. Not a problem for a carnivore. I eat a lot of eggs. I love eggs. Eggs are amazing. Our chickens lay less eggs in wintertime. We also have an Airbnb that we run, and our guests eat a lot of the eggs, so I still have to buy eggs to keep up with them. But yeah, I eat a ton of eggs. What about a prime rib roast for Christmas dinner? I love that. I did a big beef roast. I think it was like a London, what was that thing? But for this Christmas, I'm doing ribeyes. And we have a turkey. Turkey isn't great for carnivore because there's a lot of fat on it, but it's, I don't know, Emma's been on a turkey kick lately, and we just put the Kerrygold butter. We'll make a piece of turkey, we'll put a slab of butter on it. And we actually been cooking, we cooked a turkey the other night when we did our carnivore dog food in our Amish cook stove, wood-fired stove we have in our house, and that was fantastic. Did you maybe check your uric acid levels after being on carnivore for some time? Yes, as a fact I have, and they're perfect. My uric acid levels are perfect. I have had my uric acid levels tested many times because they thought I had gout before, which turns out I didn't. It was just inflammation, and carnivore fixed that for me as well. Eggs are the easiest digesting protein, so it's beautiful in the digestive system. Christmas ribeye is the way to go. Yeah. Smoked prime rib roast here in California. That's awesome. All those supermarket ads for ready-made Christmas dinners and cakes make me nauseous. Yeah, it's hard going in the grocery store these days. It's just full of waste and junk. Evening, Mike's Life. How you doing? Kathy McGinnis. Hey, Carrie from Southern California. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm kind of going backwards here. Cyclone said, I'm 3 weeks in and I feel so much better. Wait, Cyclone, it will only get better. It gets better and better and better, and your mitochondria will start to recycle and repair. Depression, anxiety goes down, energy goes up. Question, did you catch the keto cookout last night? I saw a part of it this morning with Mr. Jeff DeProsperous on it. I had a call with my friend Adam from the keto cookout this morning. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, no. Love the keto cookout though. Shout out Adam and Russ at the keto cookout. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Let me see. I'm going to take a little peek here. They're going. They're definitely going. Oh, if I do this, it'll follow me. Here, follow me. We got some nice coals going over here. Here, maybe I can show you this. Put this like this. Here's what we got going on over here. You see the nice hot coals going? Oh, this thing gets so hot. So this is my Komodo. I love this thing. I get so many questions. I have some links on my other videos. I've done a couple videos with this, but this, you can regulate the temperature by opening this vent here and then the vent on the top. But then when you close it, I don't know what's going on in there. It's like a cyclone, and it gets so hot. And because it's small, and because it's ceramic, it retains the heat. So like I said, I got that one, and then I got this big one down here as well. Back down there is the old pizza oven. Haven't used that. That's, anyone wants a free pizza oven, I'm never going to use that again. That's a wood-fired pizza oven, too. A company sent me that to do a video. Someone said, creme brulee said, eye-opener when you walk through the grocery store aisles, what you can eat. I agree. The entire grocery store is filled with waste. I don't even call that stuff food anymore. I was talking to my friend Adam this morning. I was saying, think about this. Pre-carnivore, I used to go to the grocery store and fill the whole cart up with groceries. Waste. It was all waste other than the meat and the eggs. Think about how much time it took me to work to earn my money to buy all of that waste. Then I put that waste in the cart. I'm wasting my time while I'm doing all of that. Then I go home and I prepare the waste and then I eat it. Well, then your body, my body, would have to go through and process all of those different ingredients and sugars and seed oils and dyes and inflammatory foods. And your body's asking, like, is this an allergen? Is there poison in this? Like, what is this? Mountain Dew, Doritos? What is all of this stuff? And all of the energy it would take your body to process that waste, which then goes straight down the toilet. Waste, 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 waste. Waste of money, waste of time, and waste of energy on your body to process all of that food. And I wondered why I was so tired pre-carnivore. It takes an incredible amount of energy to process all of that food. Now my body, I eat the meat, and it's like, oh, there's some meat. Okay, we're good. It's just the meat again. And I get all of the nutrients and everything I need from the meat. It's so much less wasteful for sure. No counting anything. Yes, that's the beauty of carnivore and why carnivore works so well for so many people is because it's just natural. I eat until I'm full and then I'm done. I'm not sitting there calculating calories and macros and carbs and trying to figure it all out. So much easier. Let's see this thing. No macro counting. Yes. Wow, you guys are all saying the same thing as me. Do you count macros on your diet? No, sorry. I didn't even read that and I just answered it. I don't count macros. I don't count anything. Like proportions of proteins and fat. No, none of that, Mike. Michael? I think that's your name. Just wondering how we can achieve having more fat while beef is mostly protein. Add more fat. Get fattier beef, Michael. Ribeyes have a lot of fat on them. You can amend your meat with butter. As Dr. Kiltz told me, it should not be called carnivore. It should be called fativore. It's all about the fat. When I was out filming Maggie, the 82-year-old carnivore in Canada with my friend Adam, every morning for breakfast, she'd take out a huge chunk of beef fat, cut it up into little smaller chunks, put it in a cast iron skillet, cook it up, and with our eggs in the morning and our ground beef in the morning, we'd have little chunks of fat. I know it sounds like too much for someone that's never done it before. I've never felt better my entire life. Collagen, balancing your hormones, energy level. Maggie was telling me, Carrie, I couldn't get through these days working on the farm. She said, there's been sometimes at certain times of the year where I've had to work 35 hours straight without sleeping. She said, I never could have done it without the fat. It's all about the fat. And most people that start carnivore, newbie carnivores, myself included, they'll start getting fat and then it'll dwindle down and they'll be like, I'm tired, I'm weak, what's going on? And almost every single time it's not getting enough fat. What if your supermarket doesn't have fatty meat? Is eating steak still good even though there is not a lot of fat on them? Well, I'll tell you what, it's a heck of a lot better than eating all that other processed junk and standard American diet food, but you gotta be able to get some fat. You gotta go to a butcher or somewhere and be able to get more fat. Ribeyes, yeah, here we go, great comment from Jake. Ribeyes, brisket, cheek meat, kidneys, all higher fat parts. And then Christy from Meeting Wellness, John Barrett, yes, eat the steak, but you can also add butter or ghee. Absolutely. So I mentioned earlier, my daughter Emma, we cooked up a turkey in the wood cook stove. Turkey, hardly any, it was a turkey breast, there's hardly any fat on it. So we used Kerrygold butter, and we had little pads of butter, and literally almost every bite of turkey I had some butter with it. It's also delicious too, by the way. Proudly wearing my Healing Humanity t-shirt today. Shout out, so am I. Boom. Thank you, Mike's Life. I appreciate that. Listen, hey, there are, someone was commenting, they said, I want this shirt like you have, Carrie. The ones on the site are only black font on white. That's not true. I just double checked this morning. We have these exact shirts on the site. So I don't think it's in this video because it's a live, but if you check any of my other videos, there's always a link in the description. Or if you go to healinghumanity.movie, there's a link to merchandise that takes you to the spread shop store. We have these in long sleeves now too, and hoodies and everything else. Well, I'm getting a lot of comments on here. This is great, guys. Thank you so much. How much cheese and dairy do you do? 0 for me. Other than, I guess, dairy, I do butter. We're up to 600 degrees on that little egg cooker behind me. I don't do cheese. Cheese stalls me out. I had a little bit of cheese while on vacation. I did keto on and off for years, and every time I would have cheese, it would just completely stall me out. And I've heard that from a lot of people in the comments, that cheese messes them up. So I avoid cheese. Some people are okay with it, but I think a lot of people aren't. Going to start, come on, Lori. Going to start carnivore after Christmas. On one hand, congratulations. On the other hand, why wait? Why wait? People always say that to me, and it scares me because this is what I hear. I am going to binge eat and put as much garbage as I can in my face before Christmas, and then I'm going to start carnivore and try to reverse it. Do it now. No one's guaranteed anything in this life. Let's go. Sorry, I'm kind of a jerk when it comes to that stuff, but I'm saying that because I used to do that all the time. I'm going to start my diet on Friday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I would just gorge myself. And then Friday would come, and I'd say, it's almost the first of the month. I'm going to start at the first of the month. Turkey tails, backs, and thighs are higher fat as well. Yes. Dark meat. While on vacation, I took the girls to Universal Studios, which was awesome. What a blessing. What do you eat as a carnivore there? Well, they actually had smoked turkey legs. And I'm pretty darn sure those were clean, carnivore clean. They didn't have any seasoning or anything on them. And I had my little Redmond salt with it. I salted it with. I told Emma when we get back, we got to make some of those at home. Stacy Webster said, love you, Carrie. Been lurking for months. Live near Dr. Sean Baker. Come stay with us. Oh, that's awesome. At some point, we will be out by Dr. Sean Baker filming. In fact, I think right now, Dr. Anthony Chafee is out in your neck of the woods visiting family. We were almost going to do something over Christmas time. Coffee with butter and cream. I'm prepping with a smoked ham and a rib roast. Oh, that's cool. Someone said bone broth with meat and butter stew. That is the best. It's so good for you. What do you think about coffee with heavy cream? I know a lot of carnivores do coffee and they're just fine. So if that's what it takes to get you through it, then go for it. I was addicted to diet soda. I overcame that addiction. I'm so thankful. One of the beautiful things on carnivore that I love is I'm no longer addicted to anything. I'm the captain of my own ship. I'm 100% in control. And so if I still had to have coffee to get through the day, it would bother me because there's some sort of, I don't know, it's liberating being in total control. It's really changes your mindset completely. But I'm not judging anyone. If you need coffee and that gets you through it, and you can do carnivore. A lot of people do just fine that way. Hey, $5 super chat. Thank you so much from JF Knight. Hi, Homestead. How I'm on week. Sorry, I'm squinting at this, guys. This is my little phone here outside. I'm on week 34. Congratulations. Healing from debilitating illness, severe depression, anxiety, skin issues. List goes on. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for saying that. You are a brother or sister of mine. Anyone that's gone through depression and anxiety, I know where you've been. Please, if you haven't seen it, the only reason I'm saying this is to help people. The most important video I've ever done. I've done 900. This video you guys are watching now is my 926th video on YouTube. I did one last night, was 925. 924 was depression. It was all about depression. And I had 15 or 20 people, including Christy from Healing Wellness that's on here right now. I said that wrong, sorry. It's a big plane going by. I did a huge video on depression and anxiety. It's on my channel. It was the most important video. I've never worked harder on a video. I really think that's going to help a lot of people. If you've been through depression or anxiety, I think you'll enjoy watching it. If you know someone suffering from it, please share that with them. We are at 78 degrees internal temperature on the smoker over here. Let's see if this thing will follow me now. This one right here is at 78 degrees. This one over here, 600. Oh yeah. Getting cold out. When I say 78, that's the internal temperature of the steak. The smoker itself is at 235. Let's do this here. Come on. See if we have any more comments. Jake said I gave that up for. Oops. Carrie, I shared 924 on my Facebook, and with a family member that suffers from depression, his life has been stalled, so I think he's almost ready to start carnivore. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, Betsy. I really appreciate that. My mom's name is Betty, by the way, too. That's the only thing with that. I get so many comments from people that have overcome depression and anxiety, and every time it just hits you right in the heart. I want to help anyone that's been suffering from that hopelessness, that there is hope out there for sure. And at the very least, if they watch the video and it doesn't help them and they don't decide to do carnivore or whatever, it plants a seed and they know there's at least an option if it gets more hopeless for them, for something to try. I was a certified nutritionist back in 2003, and I was an original Weston Price founding member, bipolar treatment. Let's overload that like button. Oh, thank you so much. Meeting wellness. My anxiety was so high before carnivore. Now I'm back to living my life and interacting with the world. That's awesome. That's Christy, Meeting Wellness. Shout out. She's got a great YouTube channel, and she is in that video I just talked about, the depression video. Thank you, Christy, for sharing your story. I almost didn't get it in because I had the whole thing edited, and I'm like, I got to add Christy's story in there. Then I feel bad because a couple other people sent it after, but I was on version 5 of editing that and had to just get it live. So I'm probably going to do more videos on that for sure. Jake F. said, Hershey's bars were my favorite as a tot. They're formula that keeps them from melting. Yeah, I used to like those. Jacob Graff, you're a beast, Carrie. Tips for willpower. You gotta have your why. My willpower comes from the fact that I was horribly, clinically, suicidally depressed for 10 years. I'm not exaggerating. My life was horrible. I had arthritis. I had sleep apnea. I had pain in my back and pain in my foot. I couldn't sleep at night. I had insomnia. I had so many issues coupled with crippling anxiety and depression for 10 years. It was like I was a prisoner for 10 years, and now I'm free. Why would I just teeter around or mess around with anything that could put me back into that prison? There is nothing I would do to want to go back into that prison, let alone eating a cookie or some junk food that would just eventually lead me back to that prison. The other thing too is I've been doing carnivore for 275 or so days. I feel so incredible. I eat the steak, I get everything I want. I'm not hungry anymore, so why would I want for anything more? At some point in my carnivore journey, this switch went off in my head where it's no longer eating for entertainment, which is a weird thing. Because our entire lives, it's birthday parties, it's Christmas, it's holidays, it's Halloween. You go to grandma's house, she gives you cookies, and it's always junk food, and it's always a reward to eat something. Well, something in my brain switched, and people say you have strong willpower. I don't have the desire to eat that stuff anymore, and I don't want to go back to that horrible place I was in. So having a powerful why will help your willpower, but then also knowing what will happen. I did keto on and off for years, and I did keto cheat days. I have probably done over 100 keto cheat days. Not one did I ever have a keto cheat day and say, oh gee, I feel wonderful now. I deserve that cheat day and now I feel great. Every single time I had a cheat day, I felt horrible. My stomach was gurgling and bubbling. I felt like a failure. I felt miserable. I would fall off the wagon too, and then I'd be like 3 more days after that before I'd start again. That's where my willpower comes from knowing. Lastly, the other thing I'll say is I've learned so much more about health and nutrition. So blessed to have Professor Searing on and all of the amazing work he's done around cancer. And I've learned that so many cancers are caused by chronic inflammation from eating these horrible foods. Do I want to risk going down that road again and getting addicted to that food that will ultimately lead me to cancer? I believe it would. Chronic inflammation from eating seed oils and sugars is one of the main causes for most cancers in the world. That's what I have learned on carnivore, and that's not something I want to mess with either. Someone said I see Hershey's candy as wax now. Yeah, I used to be hooked on the Hershey's candy too. Hershey's uses, hey, it's Susan E., one of the members of the channel. Appreciate you, Susan. Thank you so much. Hershey's uses tons of lecithin, which is a waxy substance to stop melting. They also use sour milk, which gives it a similar taste of vomit. The primal timeline, I remember laying in bed praying to be taken. It's hard to believe that now I'm a new person. Oh, I feel you, the primal timeline. I have been there too. Just end it all. I can't take it anymore. I've been there many, many times. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we made it through and found this way. That's why I'm so passionate about carnivore and sharing this with other people, because primal timeline, there are other people out in the world right now, millions of people in the world right now that are laying in their bed wishing it would all end right now. Completely hopeless, that have no clue that you and I have found this way. And so many other people, it's the number one thing I hear about carnivore. Through thousands and thousands of comments I've gotten on my videos, they overcame depression and anxiety by eating the proper foods. I've heard it thousands of times now. Hello, Carrie. I'm greeting you from the Czech Republic in Europe. You're an inspiration. Thank you. You're great. Oh, thank you so much, Dana. I appreciate that. Okay, I got to check on this real quick. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there for the exciting part. We're at 88 degrees. I'm going to go to like 105-ish. I got to grab my little tongue. So leave some more questions or comments. I'm going to run to the house. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Is it possible to hold these without doing this? I do not think it's possible. Paul Atkins, Temple, Texas, how's it going? 2 seconds is up. Yeah, Carrie is running before eating. I had to get my tongs. I will pull these off with my bare hands, but do you know anybody with psychosis that have cured it with carnivore? I do. I have someone very close to me. And I know of one other person too that had psychosis. I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing here. Is psychosis when you're seeing and hearing things that aren't there? If that is the case, I know of 2 people that have drastically improved that, if not completely reversed that, on carnivore. And I think there's a couple of videos on that too that maybe... I want to say Dr. Chafee did a video on that, but I would Google carnivore and psychosis. I'm sure there's some other people that have talked about that some more. Make sure you click them together twice to turn them. Yeah. Andrea said, I'm dropping whole milk. I'm going to buy butter instead. Thanks for your insights. Yes. Keto can be a help at first, but carnivore is so much simpler and more effective. You are so right. Yes, I agree. And I would advise anyone, if they're starting and you're on the standard American diet, to do keto first. Do keto and then transition into carnivore. Carnivore is so much easier than me, because even when I was doing keto, well, the keto snacks, the keto treats, the keto tortillas, keto ice cream, that always messed me up. Even when I try to avoid that, though, I'm sitting there counting, like, how many carbs did I have today? Did I hit 20 yet? Am I at 15? Am I at 10? None of that on carnivore. None of it. You just eat a bunch of meat till you're full. It's a natural thing to do. It's very unnatural for a human to have to sit there and calculate out macros and nutrients and all that stuff. Dropping seed oils and white sugar has made a big difference in my mood and health. Yes, those seed oils are evil. I believe the seed oils are getting to be almost as bad as sugar. You know, when you look in the grocery store, at like a major grocery store, they have about 50,000 products. Almost every one of them has sugar. But now when you look even more, almost every one of them has seed oils. And those seed oils are so inflammatory, so bad for you. I don't know, I sound like a broken record. Some of you have heard this already, but Jen, the girls and I went on a cruise. It was our first vacation in 10 years. Huge blessing. I'm so thankful for it. We paid for it and booked it before I even started carnivore a long time ago. It was amazing family time, but I got exposed to seed oils. I was 100% strict on carnivore. I didn't stray off of carnivore at all on the entire cruise. I had bacon and eggs for breakfast, ribeye for dinner, steak, a bunch of burger patties. I had a little bit of fish, which I rarely have, but I didn't have anything non-carnivore, and I was miserable. And I believe it was from the seed oils. I tried to avoid them as best as I could. I got some good tips afterwards. Someone said, just bring your own butter with next time and force them to cook your eggs in butter. So, oh man, it's getting cold out here. Seed oils are much worse even than sugar. See Chris Knoby's latest presentation on low carb down under. I gotta check that out. And the fact that seed oils stay in your body for years, that's just insane. Like, how can that not scare you? Carnivores don't get cold. I'm getting a little cold out here. It's pretty much freezing out right now. Shout out to my buddy, Jeff DeProsperous. I got to jump in the lake. Emma and I are going to do a video. There's a lake down the road. It's freezing over now. I'm going to have to bring my chainsaw, cut a hole. We're going to do a cold plunge and jump in the lake. That's going to be coming up soon. Emma and I got our dogs carnivore. Shout out Carnivore Soldier Larry. I watched his video and he gave me some good advice. Our dogs are going to be carnivore going forward. I'm weaning them off of their kibble dog food. So over the next 2 weeks, they're going to be half carnivore, half regular dog food. Emma did a video on her channel. I think that's going live at 4 o'clock tonight, and I did a video, but she wanted me to do my video live after hers because she's scared everyone will watch mine and not hers. So I'm like, I'm fine with that. I wasn't even going to do a video, but mine is a little bit different than hers. We did dog food, and then she did a little added part with some cat food. Carnivore cat food. If you guys haven't seen, I have these carnivore epiphanies, right? First one was carnivore itself, of course, and the fact that how screwed up the system is. Then when I learned about cancer and the fact that many cancers are caused from chronic inflammation from eating sugar, and then you go to the hospital with cancer and the only thing they will tell you is go on chemo or take this medication. They don't talk about nutrition like Professor Seafried does, like my friend Jeff does, who's fasting and using nutrition on his journey to be cancer-free. That was my second one. And now my third one is dogs, dog food. Oh my goodness. Feeding dogs dry dog food. I've done it my whole life, sadly. It's absolutely horrible for the dogs. Carnivore Soldier sent me this video I watched and it was so eye-opening. Kellogg's was in the video too, talking about, hey, we were able to get humans on this processed garbage we call cereal. Why can't we just do it with dogs? It was like around World War II or something. There was rationing and they couldn't have cans anymore. So canned dog food went away and they had to figure out how could they get dog food in a paper bag. I know, we'll just process it like feed, we'll zap all the nutrients out of it, and it's not regulated at all like human food, so there's all sorts of just disgusting garbage and poisons we can put in it, and then we'll feed those to our dogs. Dogs nowadays are living like half the amount of time they used to live. Half. Dogs have arthritis. A good friend of mine's dog is diabetic. I didn't even know this was a thing. His dog is diabetic. Like a human. Like they got to give it medicine for diabetes. It's insane. Dogs are living half the amount of time they used to live. And all these carnivores I see that are turning their dogs carnivore, their dogs, like their fur gets shinier and healthier. And their mood, they seem like they're younger again. It sounds just like carnivore like me. Everyone says for me for carnivore, oh, you look like you reversed aging. Oh, you got so much more energy. The same thing happens for dogs. So I'm looking forward to that for my boys, Baxter and Ray. Baxter is 8 and he's getting up there and they're getting white all over their chin and he's having troubles breathing and things like that. So it can only help. A diabetic dog, wow, that's something. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, it literally is like they got to test him for diabetes just like a human. And a lot of the same issues. UK carnivore guy. Hey, Carrie, my daughter was born today weighing 8 pounds, 8 ounces, currently carnivore, having what a human should have at the start of life. That is amazing. Congratulations, UK carnivore. What is the date today? Oh, that is awesome. You almost had a Christmas baby. Hey, it's Sandra. How's it going? Sandra, I decided I'm cooking up some steak, and I'm like, why not just go live? We'll have a little talk. And now there's 180 people on here. You guys are crazy. I cut a little firewood up earlier. I'm shaking right now. It's so cold out. I got to finish these steaks. Kevin Blue, I don't have a gallbladder, and I'm doing great. My family doctor told me to keep doing it. I didn't have any diarrhea, but some people do at the start. Take ox bile. Great advice. I don't have a gallbladder either. And I have talked to so many carnivores with no gallbladder. You may get a lot of diarrhea, you may not. Most people that start carnivore get a lot of diarrhea regardless of if they have a gallbladder or not. But ox bile is a great tip for that. If you are just a carnivore with or without a gallbladder and you end up getting a lot of diarrhea, in most cases it's because you're getting too much fat. It's kind of rare. Most people don't get enough fat, but Dr. Chaffee taught me that, and it was really good advice. He's like, Carrie, it's really simple. If you get too much diarrhea, it's too much fat. If you're not pooping as much as you think you should, you probably need a little bit more fat. It's like the regulator. Let's see what. Oh. We're almost there, guys. We're at 100 degrees. I'm going to take these to 105 and then I'm going to sear them. I want these things a little bit more rare. How do you guys like your steaks? And as a carnivore, is it changing? Because it changed for me. I used to just get my steak medium. I never did well done. That's just insane to me. I used to just do medium. Then I did medium rare, and I'm getting more and more rare as I go. I've learned that the longer you cook it, you can lose a lot of the nutrients that you get out of the meat, especially if you cook it well done. But I just like the taste better. Sandra, medium rare, but lately rare. Same thing. Shout out Sandra. Sandra's great. Always leaving amazing comments and really inspiring. Well done steaks, no pink. Carnivore Ron, medium. Missed my Yoder YS 480. This is a Yoder YS. Oh, I can't remember. I think this is a 640. I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful. A couple of years ago, someone saw my YouTube channel on homesteading and they said, we'll send you this smoker if you do a whole bunch of videos on it. Did it. Happy to do it. I never thought I would have enjoyed smoking food either until I started doing it. Medium rare. Cut off the horns and turn it twice. Nice. Very rare to slightly medium rare. All right, I got to make sure I give you guys a good camera angle when we sear these things up. Let's see. Get you in here nice and close. What do we got here? Yeah, got a lot of good comments. If you point the camera at that, I can tell you what the model is. Okay, here you go. Oh, my camera's getting stuck. There we go. I got this thing on my camera. There we go. A little dirty. It's seen its day, but I think it's a 640. But if you can tell me based on that, let me know. That's a 480. Okay, 480. Billy Boy, do you know a lot about smokers? Do you have any suggestions? I get a lot of people asking me. I think Traeger's the other big one. I just have this one because I was fortunate and blessed they wanted to send me one. But this thing is a tank. I mean, this thing is so heavy. The metal is really heavy, and which is great because it retains the heat really well, especially here in a freezing cold winter. I don't know if you guys can see my breath right now, but we're definitely under freezing right now. I don't know if you can see in the background there. We got the chickens out, free ranging. That's one of the issues with the chickens. We let them free range. In the summertime, they're amazing because they eat all the insects and ticks, and we have a lot of insects and ticks around here. But then it's an Easter egg hunt every time you want eggs. They're laying eggs all over the yard, so that's problematic. Let's see where we're at here. 104. I'm gonna go to 110. Maybe 105. Yoder is American made. Someone said I only want smoked steaks. Yeah, it's ruined it for me, right? It's so good, but now every time I eat a steak, I only want smoked steaks. And I was saying this to someone last night, Dr. Anthony Chaffee, he dry ages his steak first. So I'm like, what if I do that first? I can take these to the next level, dry age them, and then smoke them. And then I got like 5 hours into each steak. I'm wasting all my time trying to prepare them. Dr. Barry has a number of vids. Basically, it comes down to this. Anything, even hot dogs, is better than 90% of the crap that we used to eat. Do the best you can and don't sweat it. Yes, someone was probably asking about what meats to eat. I love that video Dr. Barry did. Basically what he said in the video was, even if you ate bologna and lunch meat and hot dogs, it's probably 100 times better than what people are eating otherwise, or what you would be eating otherwise. For me, for example, before carnivore, I was eating Doritos and ice cream and Diet Mountain Dew, all sorts of processed junk. Yes, would it be better to eat fatty, grass-fed ribeyes than bologna? Of course, but bologna is still way better than most of the things you would eat anyways. All right, I'm gonna start transferring some of these steaks over. Here we go, you guys ready? You hear a nice sizzle. Let me see if I can get this in a little bit better. 105, and that was the thick one. We'll start with this thin one. See, here's what the steak looks like when it's smoked. It's kind of gray. It doesn't really look that cooked, but that's cooked to about 110-ish. I'll put this one right here. Listen for the sizzle. So I'll do 2 of these and shut this to get it real hot. I should have had that shut before, but I was warming my hands up in it. And then I got 2 other ones over here, still on the smoker. Here's one of my other tips if you haven't seen my videos before. I've got a little cutting board and I have a rack. And you gotta let the steak rest. If you just put the steak on this cutting board flat, all of that heat on the bottom of the steak will cause the juice to pool out and you'll lose a lot of the juice. If you put it here, you get airflow underneath it and the juice tends to retain and stay in the steak better, so you get a juicier steak. I gotta be careful watching these because this thing gets so hot, I almost ruined them last time. See that? Nice sizzle. I'm gonna rotate it. The other thing you can do is the touch test. I can tell right now that's totally rare. Hey, Billy Boy, $10 for healing humanity. So proud of you, Carrie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Every penny goes to the documentary. I know I sound like a broken record with that. I just want that to be clear. I really believe we're in the situation we're in now with obesity and diabetes and cancer and everything going through the roof because of greed and money. So every penny for the Carnivore Diet Documentary for healing humanity, every GoFundMe, every super chat, 100% towards the documentary. I will never take a penny of that money. And if there's any money left over when the documentary is done, it's going to get rolled over into us doing a series for healing humanity. I should probably close this, but these are going really quick. One of the things I've learned with this is depending on the amount of charcoal, you can get it way too hot. Last time I stacked the charcoal almost to the top and it was too hot, like I almost burnt them right away. Here, I'll show you what we got. See, I'm overdoing it. I'm overdoing it. Looking good. Oh, these are going to be good. I can tell you right now. These smell incredible. So good. And it's nice. It's going to be nice and rare. So I can only do 2 at a time on here. If I fired up the big one, I could do 4 at a time. I'm going to eat these in the house because I'm cold, but I'm going to cut one of these and show you what it looks like on camera here. Got to let it rest a little bit. So we'll let these ones rest. We'll do the other 2, and then we'll cut into this one. I rotate them so you get the little crosshatch. And that way I can take a peek because, man, these things are going quick. Is anyone fasting here? I'm not at the moment. I'm going to fast for 4 days. Good for you. Fasting is incredible. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself. I'm a huge proponent of fasting. Shout out Jeff DeProsperous. Fasting. He's going, he's on a journey to be cancer free. Tomorrow he's going in for chemo. Tomorrow, actually today. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today he's going in. Oh, yeah. Should. Come on. You see that? Here we go. We got those two. We'll have those two resting. And now I'm going to put two more on. I don't know, you guys like this kind of thing? Maybe I'll do more videos like this because I'm usually out here cooking. I will say it is kind of tricky managing the camera, cooking, and doing the chat, so I apologize if I miss them. How many times a day are you eating? Two for me now. For a long time I did one. Billy Boy, I did, actually for 60 days I did Lion Diet, but I eat twice a day now. And it's usually something like this, a steak or some patties, and then it's usually bacon and eggs. I eat bacon and eggs almost every single day. I gotta be careful. I almost have a little bacon addiction. I've been eating way too much bacon lately. It's Emma's fault. I will not take any responsibility. She'll make up bacon in the air fryer or do like bacon burgers and stuff, and it's so good. So, but usually twice a day. I try to fast for 18 hours, like intermittent fasting. Oh, these things are going real quick. I have a live stream tonight at 6 p.m. Central with my good buddy, Poco Moonshine Family. Poco Moonshine Family, JT, he's the best. It's going to be fun. We're doing carnivore myths versus facts. JT is awesome, man. I've done some videos with him, and some of the streams that we've done together have been so much fun. Oh, we're almost done. Normally I let these rest a little bit longer, but these ones down here I just showed you, those are resting. So I'm going to cut one of those up in a second. How thick are those steaks? I would say inch and a half. Inch and a quarter, inch and a half. JT is the man, Carrie is the man, laugh out loud. Yeah, JT is the best. A little crosshatch going. That's one of the things when you start cooking steaks. Oh, Michael. 60. Thank you so much for healing humanity from Poland. 60 Polish dollars. I really appreciate it. Any word on Bill Knott, Billy Boy? I talk to Bill Knott every single day. He's still struggling with the health issues, but he's got some big appointments coming up, but he's doing really well. And he has a huge video he's been working on. Let me pull these. Oh, man, look at my eyes. Bill has a big video update coming that he's been working really hard on. So that should be coming out, I think he said today or tomorrow. He was falling a little bit behind. But he's doing well. I was just talking to him. I was watching a movie on Netflix, and the movie had some prepping stuff in it. So I asked him, I said, oh, Bill, you got to check this out. He's like, I already watched it. So we were on the same page there. Okay. We're going to cut into this thing. Let's see. I don't know if there's a good camera angle or not, but I don't have a fork with me right now, so we'll just go like this. Oh, yeah. I hope the camera does it justice. Do you guys see that? That's a nice medium rare. And some of this pink you see around the side, that is the smoke ring. Because when you smoke it, the outside of the meat will actually turn red. I'm going to cut a couple pieces here. This is like perfect. I don't have my salt out here though, so let's see if you can see that. Hopefully my little iPhone here does it justice, but that's nice. It's almost medium rare. Let's see. Camera work, come on. So here it is. Hopefully you can see it. Let's go. Right here. That's how I eat steak too. There we go. I know this is getting old. I do it too much, but that's how I feel every time I eat a piece of steak. This is incredible. So good. Nice and perfectly cooked. It's so when you reverse sear it like that, it's so juicy. Like there's literally juice just dripping off of this versus when you grill it or whatever, you can lose a lot of that juice. Oh my goodness, $10. Picky Nikki, love watching you and your family. Did keto for years, but started carnivore 2 months ago. The difference in my energy and inflammation is astounding. Congratulations. Oh, it's so good. All right. I got to go eat the rest of this steak. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the nice words. Thank you for joining me. I didn't know. I thought maybe a couple of people would come on here. Maybe we'll do more videos like this, just a little informal cooking some steak, chatting, and cutting up some firewood. So Merry Christmas to all of you too, but I'm sure we'll talk again in the meantime. Got that video with JT later today if anyone wants to join on that one. And thank you guys so much. Really appreciate all the nice words. And Carnivore Ron, it's good seeing you. I'm thinking about your daughter. I hope she's doing well, and I was praying for her as well. So thank you guys all so much. God bless. Merry Christmas, and talk to you later. Bye. Beep.